Okay, so now that we got that map completed and embedded on our website, now it's time to embed our movement project work samples to our digital portfolio. So here's what we're going to do first. We're going to go ahead and double click and add a text. And this is going to serve as like basically a header. So we can just call this movement. You can also call it the human migration. Okay, something like that. We're going to change the normal text to maybe a heading. Okay, and one other thing that I like to do is change the background color so that kind of creates kind of a separation between one project and the next. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is simply add a text box. And what we're going to type in this text box is our reflection. Okay, what belongs in a reflection? You don't have to add that header right there, but it helps. Okay, so what belongs in a reflection? We should add content learned as a result of the project. Okay, so in other words, what do you now know about the world? Okay, that's important. What do you now know about the world as a result of this project? Okay, you can also add your thoughts. Okay, so maybe you're really passionate about this subject now, about refugees and exactly what ought to be done with refugees and how to help them more or resolve issues in their country or something like that. So you can add that. And the other thing you can add would be skills learned. And this is something that we often overlook. This one is super important though. So I'm going to put in an asterisk right there because this is a pretty important thing to talk about. So maybe this is your first time working with photos / photo essays. Maybe it's just understanding what a photo essay is, so the next time that you come across one, you can better understand it, analyze what's going on. Let's do this. Maybe it's working with photos and photo essays. Maybe it's web development. Okay, maybe you learned a whole lot about Google Drawings. What else? Google Maps themselves. Okay, so make sure you get those skills learned. So content learned and skills learned, that's what you're going to add there. Now what you're going to do to actually embed your website, because you can't really embed like a Google drawing you can embed, you can't really embed a Google site into a Google site. So what we're going to do instead is simply hit return, center it. We can move this to a larger, maybe like subheading, and just simply right click here to there we go. Click here to access the website. Something as simple as that. I'm going to highlight all this. I'm going to select Control K, or simply click that link right there. Now what I'm going to do is come up here to my movement project website. I'm going to select View Published Site. It's going to give me the published URL. It is super important that you select the published URL and nothing else. Copy. Where is it? There we are. Control V for paste, apply, and publish. Okay, and that's getting your project on your digital portfolio. I will be checking to make sure that everyone is doing that throughout this week.